Meet the team that doesn't just talk about impact, they ignite it. Jim Morris and producer Rachel.
Yay!
Party.
Yeah, it's the cheering's on my to-do list. I need to find the right sound effects. Isn't it crazy? Like, I get anal about weird things, right? Like, nobody cares about the cheering or the sound effect but me. But it's important to me to find the one that I hear in my head.
That's all that matters.
We deserve cheering too, by the way. Like, I think we deserve cheering and clapping when we start our intro, but that's just me.
Well, you got to get to the, it's what I've realized is there's little things that matter more than others in life, right? And they're your little things, right? Because straight up, Rachel, like, I don't give a shit about the clapping. Like, it has no effect on me, whether it's there, whether it's not there. But I know it affects you and you want to do it. So let's do it, right? But like, that's such a good lesson in itself. Like, what are the things that matter to you that you just need to do and focus on, even if it means there's no meaning to it to someone else or to someone you're with or partnering with?
But let's be clear. My background is like TV and radio. So those additional elements, number one, do have energy. Number two, do give you that thought process. Plus, as people who consume, so consumers watching it, when you're so programmed to that like fake clapping on TV, does that make sense? I feel like it's almost expected. Like it's missing something, but nobody knows what it is until I put the missing piece there. And now your light's green and it's bothering me.
What is it?
Your light is green and it's bothering me. I want to be green too. Hold on.
But
Here,
to your
talk
point,
while I change that.
To your point, that's such a great segue into like energy, right? Because you have the depth, you have the knowledge, you have the background, you have all of these elements that I don't have, right? And you have a subset of knowledge that I don't have. Like, you were on TV, you produced the TV show The View. Barbara Walters was your mentor. You work for ABC, you work for Disney Animations. Like, you have all this knowledge and power that's going to make things better that I don't even have. Like, I would never even have thought about that. Clapping was related back to like TV shows the last 20 years that subconsciously are creating an energy, creating a premature vibe for the show, acknowledging, as I'm thinking through it, acknowledging agreement, right? Clapping is agreement. Clapping is applause. Clapping is an energy, like you said. And I didn't even think of it. So like, for me, because I'm not in tune with the information you have at hand, I'm not in tune with the information and the knowledge and the experience that you've gone through over the last 20, 30 years. You've been on TV, you've been on radio, like all those things. It makes so much sense now. And it gives you energy and it gives the crowd energy. And I'm completely missing it. I will say this with the intro video, and I know I've told you this, and no one can see this, because when the intro video is up on the screen you're looking at, we're below in a setting called backstage. But like, when she plays that every morning, you're gonna have to take a video of it one day. I'm like this behind stage, like you're getting me prepared.
You get in the flow. We get in the flow.
Fired up. Yeah, you're getting me jazzed up for it. So it's like, I didn't even realize all this stuff.
Well, you can't have a show called Rise and Energize and not like, have an applause.
Apparently.
It just sets the tone. It sets the tone. Oh my God. Well, especially for people, like, because we do have people that watch us live every morning, which is amazing. And that's growing. And I love that. And that just shows like everybody that we're right. Be consistent. I mean, we both have like marketing and media companies. And when you tell people, it's one thing, but when you can show people, oh, look, here's us being consistent every morning. We picked a time. So now people have an expectation of that time. We continuously show up so they know we'll be there. And even if they miss it, they know there's a replay. Right. And so there's something beautiful about consistency being key. And then we also know in this world, I know a lot of people get like really low energy when it comes to like stuff that they're posting because they don't feel like they're getting the love back right away. It's 70 touch points, you guys. We now live in this. I don't even think we're at 70 morning shows yet. Like I'll count it out. I'll figure that out. But it's 70 touch points before somebody even says, "Oh, this person exists, or this service exists, or this business exists." So for those of you that feel like you're talking into the void and you're posting to nobody, you're doing it for you. You're showing up for yourself. You're being consistent for yourself. And success to me for the longest time, I was creating in the dark, I called it, because nobody cares until they do, right? And so, but if you don't show up, right, my video will beat your no videos every day. So think of it that way. Like think about the people who aren't taking the chance. Think about the people who aren't being consistent and who aren't posting, who aren't showing up. You will still beat them every time because you are doing the thing. So I want you to like people to like give themselves like a, a round of applause, give yourself a pat on the back. Like consistency is key. And I think if anything, we are proving that point, that being consistent is helping us, number one, show up for ourselves, and number two, continually show up for the people that watch these. And some people are doing the challenges. We create a challenge every day. You can do them or not, but I feel like just by creating the challenge, we put the thought in your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how that works.
I love it. I love it. It's funny you talk about consistency specifically because literally sometimes this shit is just so interesting around timing. But yesterday, and I feel like I say that often, like yesterday we talked to this person or this happened a couple days ago or last week. But like yesterday I got a text message like, hey, the live show is great, from a friend. Didn't know he was watching it. Didn't know he knew about it. Didn't know he was even on social media really because he doesn't have a big presence. But he was watching it, and he was so called after the level of consistency to just say and to inform me. And that's the thing. It's like how many people are actually watching. Like we have the analytics, we have the data, right? Just because it's a few likes, just because it's a few comments, but then you look at it and you're like, oh wow, 350 people watch this thing. It's like,
well, and oh my God, Jim, we're streaming across multiple platforms. So when I see it and then I add up all the views, I was like, oh wait, like this is actually like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Like I surprised myself.
And that's the thing of omnipresence, right? Like if you're someone who puts out content or you're someone that, is just drilled down to one lane, I think you should continue to put fuel behind that lane if it works, and you should have your dominant channel, right? And that's a marketing channel. That could be social, that could be advertising, it could be print, billboards, whatever your channel is, double down on it. That's working, but also have that omnipresence and realize that if I can get this out to someone on TikTok, even though Jim Morris doesn't use a lot of TikTok, well, maybe I can help that person. Maybe I can impact that person. And to realize that maybe those impressions on TikTok are super small, 50 people. It's 50 people that wouldn't have seen that content, wouldn't have, you potentially wouldn't have impacted them or giving them a thought that they could potentially use now or maybe 5 years from now, and like that's really the beauty. And I have so many examples of that. Like I had a gentleman buy me lunch a couple weeks ago, and I'm grateful for that. But he's like, I want to take you out to lunch. I see all the stuff you're doing online. I see what you're building. Man, I haven't seen you in 4 years. I came to an event 4 years ago and met you, and we talked, and I enjoyed it then. And I've been watching. And I haven't heard from that guy in 4 years. He's literally knew everything that was happening. It's like, I saw you do the big conference. I saw you're helping clients one-on-one. I know you're rolling out this impact effect community. Man, this is all the stuff you've been talking about for the last 4 years since I met you. And I'm like, and I've been consistent and I've showed up, and it's not been perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes, but here we are, someone that I wouldn't have never thought about, haven't talked to in 4 years, coming to me and telling me the impact I've had on them from the day 4 years ago, and also the things that have been happening online because we haven't met in person, but he's been watching and seeing online. Let me also say something. This gentleman has not, because I went back and looked, he has not liked or commented on anything, not one thing. Like his name is, because I went back and I was like, oh, maybe like I missed it. Because again, Rachel, you said we own media marketing companies. It's like, I do see who likes my stuff. I do analyze it because that's the outbound approach to sales. If you like 7 of my posts in the last week, I'm going to DM you. Clearly, there's some level of attraction, if not level of alignment. I could potentially help you. You could potentially help me. There's people that I DM'd and I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm having a conversation with this person. I was just seeing if they're interested in working with me. I actually need to work with them. Like, and they're responding because I DM'd them and because of my content. So now I'm working with the best of the best in this specific industry and I'm gaining the energy. I'm gaining the opportunity. But it all started because when I go on a podcast that's highly ranked, they don't accept me because of the last post I made. They go back and they look at all my shit and they're like, okay, this could make sense. This could work. Let's have a call. It's not the last post. They don't look at my pinned post. They're looking at the consistency. They're looking at the messaging. They're looking at the visibility. They're looking at what I'm diving into, at what level of depth, and what's the outcome of those teachings and lessons and lectures and experiences and that content. What's aligned? Is this person in flow? Like, these are all the things that those high rated shows will look at. And what's the following and what's the impact and is there engagement, right? Like we all see, and there's someone here locally in Nashville, that often puts up posts about all their followers, and they're bot followers, they're fake followers, like bot being BOT.
Yeah,
and
don't
bot,
do that.
and bot also being you paid for them. Like, and I know that because that person I found a podcast and they admitted it, that they bought followers, like paid for followers at one point, right? But like you look at their feed and they're putting out the content and they've got 180,000 followers and no one's interacting and no one's liking it because it's not even the right audience. So like by doing that, it actually is hurting the level of consistency, right? Like I would rather have my, I don't know, 22 high. I don't even know how many followers I have on like Instagram. I think that's my worst one. 2,100 maybe. I don't know. 2,800.
I don't know.
But to me, if you look at my Instagram, there's engagement, there's conversation, and then you go to the DMs, and that's where it matters for me, right? It's like those conversations. So ultimately, all to be said, that level of consistency, showing up for yourself, but also those 70 touch points until someone actually, oh, Jim Morris is that guy that talks about community. He talks about positive impact. He talks about deep human connection. He educates entrepreneurs. Oh, gets a DM. Oh, I need the community. Wow, it's like God told me to be here. This is exactly what I need. Right? Like those messages, those interactions are beautiful because there's true alignment and the timing of things just so happen to work out. But if you don't show up consistently, that person may never have seen you, which in turn could create a relationship, which in turn could create positive impact.
And what I learned from you is the human connection piece is important. Just give the value, just connect. Don't worry about a sale, right? And I think that for so long, I connected it to selling and not human connection. And when Jim helped me make that mental flip to just, we're doing this to connect. We're doing this to give value for free. We're doing this just because we can. We have the ability to help somebody. That huge shift, number one, took this weight off my shoulders of like having to like sell, market, right? It became this beautiful energy exchange of just connect to somebody, just literally do it to connect. And then through connection and consistency, then the other magic happens. But until you can get into that space where it's not icky, where it really is genuinely like, how can I help you? Like, how can I be of value? How can I be of service? I feel like you'll always stay in that like low energy space, whether you're offering a deal, whether you're posting on social media, whatever it is, even in life, even if you're not on social, person to person, in your life, in your brick and mortar, whatever it is, if you're focused on connection, and consistency, I think magic happens. And so like, number one, thank you for creating this idea of this community. I'm so glad I jumped on, because that's the beauty of what we're doing with Impact Effect. Like, I'm moving through the ranks just as everyone else is moving through the ranks of what we've got. We curate trainings, we curate these lives to what our members need. And I need it just as much as everybody else does. And it's not really accountability as much as it is allowing action, right? Being in a space that's like, yes, take the next best step. If you don't know what that is, here are some suggestions. If that doesn't align with you, we'll figure out somebody who does align with you. So I love what we've created because it's really for people that are ready to take the next step. Whether you know what the next step is or not, you've got people cheering you on, starting back with the clapping, bringing it full circle. You have a community cheering you on every day. Here, we'll do the sound. This sound. Yay! I'm like, who doesn't want that, right? Like, so that's why I want to start the show off with clapping. I will find the right sound effect that aligns with me. But same reason that we want you to join the community. Like, imagine having literally a team of people, finding your tribe that align with you, cheering you on every step of the way. So yay, that's the plug.
I love it. I love it. If you are someone who is showing up, someone who's consistent, someone who has a game plan and it hasn't popped or you haven't gotten the result yet, my message to you today is keep going, because the energy gain that you're going to have when the flip switches and when the waterfall starts to pour in and fill up your cup and fill up your pipeline and fill up your revenue, you're going to get such an energy gain, because there's a pride attached to that energy gain that you were there doing the thing, showing up and being you. And you kept going. I think that's the message here, is like, you can really create a ton of energy and change through that level of consistency. So happy Thursday, y'all. Rise and energize.
Happy Thursday, rise and energize. What is it that Dory says? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, y'all. Happy Thursday.